So how you feeling?
Feeling good.
Where are we on our way to?
On our way to our first 8-week prenatal ultrasound.
Oh my god, so what's your worst fear?
That it's dead?
That it's dead? That it like stopped growing at like in
like
a quarter mile? We're gonna
something?
turn left on Rose Street, yeah. Like it only grew to be like
6 weeks old.
not even like 4.
Whatever.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, but no, I don't know. I want there to be 2. Raymond highly doubts that there will be 2 in there, but you know what? It's not like I'm gonna get ass hurt if there's only 1, so I am just so nervous because in my mind, I'm like, dude, this is the last. I mean, obviously, we've known since I was 4 weeks, but
turn left onto Rose Street, then you will arrive at your destination.
Oh, that was Rose Street.
Oh.
Ooh, a very wide turn.
What is it?
It is 517.
517.
And it will be on my right, I think.
Oh shit.
It's a very small street.
You have arrived.
Dirt lot. Oh, 517. No, so my worst fear, but I'm just so nervous because after this moment in time, like that's it, dude. This is my last time of just being Allie. And it's your last time of being Raymond. And like I said, I know that we found out 4 weeks ago, but like it's gonna be for real. You feel me?
I know, crazy.
And then what would we got in here? Oh no, not in there. In here, what are those?
Those are our pregnancy announcements.
Yay! And then who's gonna find out today?
Your mother and your sister.
Which did we bring those with us?
You should have. You didn't?
I don't think I might have. I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Thanks, babe.
I forgot. I thought you would have grabbed them.
Okay, let's go.
I'm scared.
Let's go.
Say goodbye to Allie, and I'll say goodbye to Raymond.
Goodbye, Allie.
Goodbye, Raymond.
Forever.
I'm so scared, dude.
What?
Sweaty hands. Super scared. And I'm cold. Freezing.
What's in there?
Hopefully baby blastoids.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We're gonna find out soon here. See the heart pump anyway? Alright.
And only 1, so it looks like you're my second best, like, friend ever. Because I said you'd be my first best friend if there was 2.
Yeah, well. See that little circle near the bottom? That's called the yolk sac.
Oh, nice.
That'll hang around for maybe another 3 or 4 weeks, and then it'll dissolve and go away. All looks good. A little different angle, same thing. How's that? There's a second twin. See on the other side? Not gonna fall for that?
Nah.
I wish.
She wishes. My pocket doesn't
So you
wish.
do have a little collection that we need to keep an eye on. That might be causing some of your bleeding. So see this little area down here?
Yes.
That may be what's kind of causing some bleeding and such for you. So, okay, everything looks good.
Cool.
All right, scoop back up.
So watching that video was kind of surreal because I had miscarried. I miscarried about a week after that. And it's really strange to watch that video. As of right now, I'm a little bit better. Well, I'm a lot better, obviously, as you can see. I can actually talk about it now without bursting into tears. But yeah, it was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. Because from what I've read online and from what I've heard about other people is that when you miscarry, it's supposed to be this really painful, really like crazy bloody thing, and it wasn't at all. Like you had heard the OBG tell me earlier in the video that I had a collection of blood because I had been bleeding literally since I found out when I was 4 weeks, and I had started bleeding a little bit after that. So I've had bleeding continuously throughout my pregnancy, and I talked to my OB obviously, and I talked to my midwife, and they both said that, this kind of thing sometimes happens. And then when I went to go get my ultrasound done, they had told me that, I had a collection of blood, and that's probably what it was, and this and the other, but baby looked fine. As you can see, we could see baby's heartbeat, and yeah, so it came as a real big shock when I started to miscarry. It happened a week after that video was taken, and it's now been almost 2.5 weeks. It will be 3 weeks tomorrow, actually. So it was very strange, but yeah, I went to work on a Tuesday morning and everything was fine. And it's maybe mid-afternoon Tuesday, I started to get some pressure in my lower belly, but it wasn't painful. Like I said, it was just pressure. But by Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, I woke up and I could not get back to sleep. I was just in like a lot of pain. Not a lot of pain, because my periods are substantially much more painful than that, but I was in more pain than I had experienced throughout my entire pregnancy, and I wasn't able to go to sleep. So I stayed awake. I got a little nauseous as well. I stayed awake from 11 till 4 the next day, and I could not just go to sleep. So obviously I didn't go to work, and throughout this entire time I had been bleeding. I had passed a clot, and it was a smaller clot, and I just was like, oh, maybe that's just the collection that they had seen, and now everything is done. So I stayed home all of Wednesday, and then by Thursday night, it was just, I still was bleeding. I wasn't bleeding enough to, fill a pad within an hour. It was nothing like that. It was more so the blood was there, only when I wiped it didn't actually really come down and stain anything or anything like that. So by Thursday night, I was just like, you know what, I remember thinking to myself, because I couldn't get to sleep this entire time, obviously, because I was just worried, because it's like either I knew what I was going to have to do. I was either going to have to go to the ER to see what they were going to tell me, or I could stay at home and just like hang out. And it wasn't until Thursday night that I had the feeling, when right before I went to sleep, I couldn't get to bed, and I was like, you know what, I think I miscarried. I think this is it. I think this is happening. And also another thing that had happened on Thursday night to make me want to go to the ER was that at this point I was continuously passing clots, but on Thursday night I had passed one that looked this is going to be like a lot of information, but very kind of fleshy, though it didn't look like a baby, thank the Lord, but it was very long and very just like weird looking. I always pass clots during my period, and this was this was a clot I had never had before. So whatever, so I told my husband we're going to go to the ER on Friday, and we did, and I was there for hours. And then I don't know if you've ever been to an ER for a situation like this, my heart goes out to you, but I had to have ultrasounds done, and and my blood work and this, that, and the other, and the ultrasound technician wasn't allowed to tell me what was going on, because the doctor, at the end, who sees you is the one who has to tell you. So fast forward 4 hours later, they told me that, there was no sign of any baby. The doctor was even so surprised he asked me if I was sure that I was pregnant and how I knew I was sure. And I told him, I'm like, well, dude, I just went about a week and a half ago to get an ultrasound done, and I saw the baby. He's like, well, there's no sign of a pregnancy in there, which, I mean, it really hurt to hear that. And I don't know when this happened to me. Going into this whole pregnancy deal, I made sure that I knew that this could happen, because this is a big, this happens 4 out of every known pregnancies end in miscarriage, and that's a really big number. And this one apparently is me. So yeah. So to the other 3 women who are out there who have their healthy babies, take care of them and really appreciate them. But no, so it sucked. It sucked a lot, because going into the first ultrasound at 8 weeks, my biggest fear was that it wasn't going to have a heartbeat, or wasn't viable, or it had died 4 weeks ago, or whatever, this, that, and the other. And I don't know, I think one thing that really killed me was telling everybody after we had, found out that, it did have a heartbeat and this and the other. We decided to tell all of our family members, and I think that's what really made it sink into me, because prior to this, only me and my husband knew, one of his friends knew, 2 of my friends knew, and one of my little sisters had known. And, everybody else didn't know. So it's like, it wasn't real, even though I know it was real. It wasn't real until everybody else knew, and everyone was congratulating me. So, that made it really hard. And I know my husband was very upset, because I had told him that, since this is a very common thing, I had told him that I wanted to wait until we were out of our first trimester to tell everybody, but he got really excited and so did I, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. He has the right to be happy and excited, and we were very happy and very excited. So, blah, 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 blah. Just last, I had to go back to the OB, or to my OB, to see if, how everything was doing, and he said it was fine. I went to go get my blood tested on Friday. I'm waiting for the results for that's going to be tomorrow, actually, to see if, my hormone levels or my pregnancy levels have gone down, and he told me I can't try until another 3 cycles. And like I said, it just sucks. It sucks a lot, and yeah, so I just wish everybody good luck if you're going through that. Just, just chill and just remember that this isn't anything you could have done. That's what the doctor told me. That's what my OB told me. That's what my midwife told me. That's what everyone's been telling me. And I know it's hard to believe it because I really thought, and it's not so much that I was like, oh, I was going to mess something up. I had a feeling that this is how it was going to be, because I feel like things don't ever really come easy to me. The things I want the most don't come easy. And I know that if it's worth it, you'll fight for it. But I'm just sometimes so very tired of fighting for everything. And I really thought that with this, that, I guess I know when and where this all happened, but I guess seeing him and his little heartbeat, I was just like, hey, this might be easy. Maybe God or the universe or my body, whatever, is going to be throwing me a curveball and letting me do this easy and, whatever. And it wasn't. And I guess, in the scheme of things, I did get off pretty good. I know it sucks, and, he was almost 8 and a few days old, almost 9 weeks old, but, it sucks, but it could have been much, much worse. He could have been further along. It just, I don't know, it just sucks. But, I guess the biggest thing for me, it's not so much that I got depressed over the whole miscarriage issue. I got depressed because I got very angry. I was very angry, not at myself or anything like that. I was very angry at other people. And it's silly to be angry at people. I was angry at a few friends and a few family members or people that I know have had children and don't appreciate it. And, and it's crazy because you can't think like that. And you shouldn't think like that. And I, for one, don't like being that person who is angry or upset or mad at people, because, what's the point? You can't, just because you think that, their life's better, they have something that you want, doesn't mean it came easy to them. Like, for example, my older sister had a baby when she was, 18, and yeah, her baby was fine and healthy, thank God. She's, she just turned 8 this year. But in my mind, I was angry at her because, she didn't even want to be pregnant, and she was a teen mom, and this, that, and the other. And why is it that, me trying to do the things the right way, I can't do it? And it won't happen. But like I said, it's not like my older sister has had a great life. She, it's not saying that she's had a terrible, terrible life, but still, she has struggled, and I've been there for most of it. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy at all. My older sister and the father of her child aren't together anymore. And, yeah, she might have her daughter, but is that the type of circumstances I would like to have my daughter, or my child as well? And it's not. So I just gotta chill and relax, and if you happen to be going through this, I want to let you know that I'm sorry, because no one should have to go through this, and it sucks, but just know that, you just gotta take it for what it is, and it's just one of those things that happen, and it sucks, like I said, but it's just one of those things, and you will get through it. Like, I'm getting through it, obviously, and then I know that it won't be easy, but in the end, I will have my baby, and I know, because I won't stop. I won't stop until I have them. So, my heart, all of my love goes out to you, and just, just remember to breathe and relax, and even if you are having those angry feelings, just accept them for what they are, but don't let them consume you, because I didn't let them consume me, because, yeah, maybe you're not upset, maybe you're not sad, but anger is another thing that you shouldn't let into your life. Just, try to, if you're one of those kind of people who just needs to chill and be by yourself for a little while, then chill and be by yourself. If you don't want to be by yourself, then go out with your friends and things like that. Another thing that really helped me out was that I announced it to Facebook, I had also let like one family member know that what had happened. And, Facebook, it was able to reach a lot of other people, like my friends and family and whatnot. And so that way I told them that, this is what happened. And I know you guys are all very upset, and I'm sure you have wonderful words to say to us, but I don't want to hear it, because at that moment in time, nothing anybody would tell me would make it okay. And even now, I'm much better with what had happened, with what's happened. But I don't want to hear people say they're sorry to me, because that just makes me sorry for myself. And there's nothing to be sorry about. I did nothing wrong. I couldn't stop it even if I wanted to. So that helped a lot. And also, like, telling a family member whose basically job in this case was my mom and my dad basically told all of the other family members what had happened and this and the other. And also be prepared to accidentally forget to tell somebody, because I know that happened to me, 2 people. It happened to my landlord. We had sent him a letter, or not a letter, a card, and just a week ago he asked me how the baby was, and I was like, oh man, there is no more baby. And then it also happened with one of my really good friends, Anna. She doesn't have a Facebook, we don't really talk, she's in school right now, so both of our lives are really busy, and I sent her a card, so she was happy, and we were texting a few days ago as well, and she had asked me, she had told me that she hopes that the baby's okay, or that me and the baby are fine. And then once again I had to tell her that, it didn't work. So like I said, good luck, you'll be fine. And I just wanted to share my story with everybody, just so you can see that, you're not alone, and it's okay to feel this way, and you'll be fine, okay? So send me, if you need somebody to talk, send me a message, comment me, whatever. I'd be happy to talk, and good luck. And like I said, you guys just wait and see. I won't stop until I have my baby. So Little Baby Blastoids will be back 2.0 and better than ever. Bye.